Welcome back to another episode of Moto GP Mac, and today we're going to talk about Friday practice in Thailand. Here are the results of the combined sessions for the practice sessions today. Zarco was first from Bagnaia, Martin, Marquez, Quartararo, Miller, Marini, Oliveira, Rins, Morbidelli, Bastianini, Crutchlow, Espargaro, Bezzecchi, Viñales, Gigi Antonio, Paul Espargaro, Binder, Alex Marquez, Remy Gardner, Darren Binder, Fernandez, Nakashima, and Petrucci was in 24th place. Now, today's practice session was actually pretty crucial. The morning sessions were a little bit damp, but they soon dried out. And today's session in the afternoon was bone dry, which is great to see them get time on the track. Tomorrow's weather forecast, they're saying that it could possibly be raining again. So it is definitely going to be interesting to see what happens there. Now, Zarco did finish the day on combined times on top. He is running a different chassis to every other Ducati rider. From my understanding, now I haven't fully seen pictures of it, but from my understanding, there is carbon supports in the chassis like he was running in the Misano test. He's continuing to use that chassis, so they're definitely looking to develop, or he is definitely developing the 2023 bike, in my opinion. Bagnaia looked quite strong on pace, if I'm very honest. The morning session he wasn't so great, but in the afternoon session he did look really well. Martin, again, he does look on a mission, especially with that documentary coming out this weekend between himself and the Beast on who got the bike for 2023. He's very keen, I would think, to make a point. Marquez, what can you say about Marquez? His one lap pace is definitely there. Very interesting to note, though, towards the end of FP2, normally Marquez likes to be the caravan and toad around the place. With the last few minutes, he jumped out of the pits himself and took off and tried not to have anyone following him. However, Miguel Oliveira was able to follow him and pull himself into the top 10. Good solid day as well for Quartararo. He didn't improve in FP2. Same as Marquez, they didn't actually improve their lap time. Nor did Jack Miller actually in that case. Marini was very solid. Oliveira was towed around by Marc Marquez, but again, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Rins had a lap time deleted for yellow flag. Good to see Morbidelli in there again. I definitely think, and happy to argue this point with anyone, that Crutchlow coming in has given him a kick in the arse. They've said that he's found some feeling. All of a sudden, Crutchlow beats him, do you know what I mean? And next minute his game raises. So I don't know. I think there's been words behind the scenes there in Yamaha, if I'm perfectly honest. Tough day for the Aprilia riders. Now, saying that, we kind of did expect that. The last time they were there was on a 2019 Aprilia, which was completely different to the bike that they're currently on. So I think it'll be, the more practice that they can get to dial things in. And I think I do like to commend them on. They were asked about the issue with the eco mode. And they said, look, they've made procedural changes, but they actually haven't done anything or given out to the person that did it. And I think it's the right thing to do. He's probably harder on himself than any manager or CEO of the team could be on him. And also, lastly, I do want to mention Daniele Petrucci back in Moto GP on a bike that he doesn't really know. He probably doesn't even know half of the controls of the electronics on it, but 2.5 seconds off or 2.4 seconds off at the end of the first day, I think, is a pretty solid achievement. 9/10 slower than Nakashima and 1.3 seconds slower than Fernandez. I do think he will get faster and faster as the race weekend goes on. Anyway, for tomorrow, I think if it's going to be wet, I'm actually going to go with Miller for pole position if it's wet. If it's dry, I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to say Pecco is out there to avenge the last points in Motegi. But I'd definitely love to know what you think. What did you think of the session? And who do you think is going to be your poleman tomorrow? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. And I'll be back again tomorrow after qualifying.